Hello. This is Rhapsody, your friendly neighborhood growth hacker, aka the Reverend Dr. Rhapsody, aka Mr. Transformer, aka Rhapsody Barrera. Wishing you and yours a wonderful day. Hope all is well in your lives. Hope you're doing well and enjoying yourselves. Yes. Okay, good. Congratulations to Eric D. July and the Rippaverse for clearing $1.3 million on the Alpha Core #1 campaign. And standing by for Yaira Winter. Boy, oh boy, I can't wait till the Soskers whoop up on us with a Yaira graphic novel. It's going to be amazing, and you won't even have to take my word for it, or you could take my word for it and just show up, line up, and pick that up when it shows up. Okay, so for today, we're going to talk about self-talk. Okay? Okay. And the title being, Who Do You Think You Are? I don't know. Depends on what you tell yourself. If you tell yourself that you're not worthy of a relationship, you're not worthy of a relationship. If you tell yourself that you're not worthy of a better paying job, you're not worthy of a better paying job. If you tell yourself that you're not worthy of living in a nicer neighborhood, you're not worthy of living in a nicer neighborhood. The way this works is, we are an outgrowth of whatever's going on in our subconscious mind. So, the self-talk is us training our subconscious mind how we want our life to be. So what we need to do is get in the habit of just a little bit, maybe, just a little bit, changing the words that we say to ourselves. Like, okay, in the relationship situation, we could say, okay, I think I'm a pretty decent human being. I don't think I look horrible. And I am somewhat easy to get along with, maybe, possibly. I have friends. My friends still associate with me, so that means that there must be something about my presence that makes them want to allow me to hang around, because I'm here to tell you, when your friends don't want you around, you just don't hear from them. that's just the way that goes. And, I understand that friends get busy with life and whatnot, and maybe we're not out and about doing things like we used to do things, and they're just, doing things with their family more than they're doing things with their friends, which is as it should be. Let's not get hung up on that. Okay. And if you see there are things about you that might put you in a less likely position to wind up in a relationship, we might seriously contemplate the possibility of taking steps, taking actions, and helping alleviate, greatly reduce, or even eliminate those things that are getting in the way of us looking more attractive to the opposite sex or the same sex, whatever way you roll, I don't care. So oh my goodness, it reminds me of a piece of a video that I saw from this guy. He promotes better health. He's a trainer. He helps people lose in excess of 100 pounds of weight, if that's your issue. And he was showing this video where it was just basically this person, it was a series of people condoning being overweight. It's like, because I'm fat, this happens. Because I'm fat, I have to do this. Because I'm fat, I have to do that. As opposed to, well, nothing against you being fat. I'm just saying there are healthier choices. Having lost people in my life for lack of healthier choices or being more susceptible to disease due to the fact that you're carrying more weight than is healthy for you, it's just a good idea to see what you can do to help that situation better itself, be better, put you to be in a better place to be able to attract a partner. The job thing. That's easy. And it's like, everything's easy to you. Yeah, it's easy. All you have to do is take action. You don't like the job you're at? Fine. Find the job you want to be at. In your off time, study up, get certified, go to school. There's online everything now, so you have zero excuses. Zero. Instead of gaming, instead of getting lost in the movies, instead of Netflix and chilling your life away, how about we take that time and grow ourselves? Learn a more profitable skill. Oh my goodness, there's even Google certifications that they are offering training up for free. It doesn't even cost you money. All you need to do is spend the time, get the certification, get the better job. Okay. The living thing, the better neighborhood thing, more of the same. Maybe it'd probably be a good idea for you to leave the state. I know for some people who are like, oh, I can't leave the state. All my friends are here. Oh, you mean all your friends that are keeping you right there with them so they're not miserable by themselves? Those friends? You don't need those friends. You need to cut those friends, cut bait, and find a better watering hole, okay? There are so many states that have a lesser cost of living. There are jobs there. You can go there, get a different job, learn a new skill, new career maybe, possibly, who knows. It's just about allowing yourself the time frame of uncomfortability to make the change, because it's going to be uncomfortable. I have moved from state to state several times, and it's uncomfortable every single time. Well, not every single time. It's uncomfortable most times, because most times you're showing up, or okay, in my case, most times I was showing up and not really knowing what I was going to get into, just hoping or guessing or believing that I'll be able to get into something when I got there. And sometimes it happened. Sometimes it didn't. And there was a period of great uncomfortability, which caused me to go after jobs that I wasn't even qualified for, but I was just like, come on, let's get some money coming into this place. And eventually getting to a job that I truly enjoyed, that I truly liked, finding new friends that I truly loved, that I dearly loved, who loved me back. It was great. It was wonderful. It was awesome. So, yeah. I understand that your subconscious is telling you, sure, this fool can change states, but not me. Because your subconscious, I told you before, I'll keep telling you until you get it down, your subconscious is just trying to keep you alive. And if you're somebody who has not moved out of your neighborhood since you were born, moving to another state is not something that your subconscious has a history to point to and say, look, we moved here, everything was okay. We moved here, everything was okay. No, we just stayed here, we were born here, we'll live here, we'll die here. Whatever's going on here is all that we can deal with, all that we can accept from life, and it's just not true. Again, falling back to the way we're wired. It's just the way we're wired. People will not change until the pain to change is less than the pain of staying the same. You have to get fed up. You have to get sick and tired of being sick and tired before you break down. Google, oh, here we go. Google states with low cost of living that have employment opportunities. Google that. That's the beginning of your trip. Then you pick from there the states that you think might not be a horrible situation. Do some research on the states or on the cities on the internet. It's there for you. It's available. The only thing stopping you from doing any of this stuff is just being lazy. I mean, after the fear, after the subconscious trying to keep you alive, the other thing is laziness. Because it's just so much easier to sit and complain than it is to actually take steps to increase the quality of your life. And that's unfortunate. It's not only unfortunate for you, it's unfortunate for your family because they get to see you do that and you're the model. They're modeling their lives after you. Sit with that for a second. It doesn't matter how scared you are. It doesn't. What matters is what kind of picture are you painting for your offspring to help them become better human beings, more productive human beings, aspiring to some level of greatness. They won't if you're just sitting there being scared. Unless they're really lucky, like me, I was just thoroughly blessed. I'm not even going to deny it because I got started on the personal development journey as a result of the Marine Corps paying my way through alcohol treatment. If it wasn't for that, I don't know if I would have been so fired up to hear Les Brown speak. I don't know if I would have been as excited about the possibility of getting into a business that had a support system of books and tapes and seminars and going places and hearing great and wonderful people speak and hearing their stories, like the miracle man who was told he wouldn't be able to walk out of the hospital, but he was committed. And after a time, he walked out of the hospital. Yeah, he got up out of the wheelchair, walked out of the door and got back into a wheelchair, but he walked out of the hospital. Great people like, may he rest in peace, the Reverend Dr. Robert Schuller, talking about how he started a church just at a drive-in, preaching from the roof of the drive-in. And when he left this planet, he left the Crystal Cathedral out in California, a work of art, a thing of beauty. I've been blessed in that I've been in the company of greatness for almost 40 years. And as it's been said, success leaves clues. Associate with greatness, and greatness will associate itself with you if you allow it. It's that if you allow it part. Like I said, once again, the internet, specifically YouTube. I seriously think that you could probably get a doctorate on YouTube if you tried really hard. But if not a doctorate, you can attain some knowledge that will help you increase the quality of your life. Just make it a point every day to spend time in the company of great people. Sometimes, you can watch motivation videos. Please follow E.T. Please follow David Goggins. Please follow Les Brown. Please follow Tony Robbins. All these guys. Brian Tracy, Zig Ziglar, all these guys. They're out there. All their stuff is still out there for free on YouTube. You don't have to pay for any of those programs that they put out. Most of those programs are available on YouTube right now for free. So you don't have to be one of those people who initially paid thousands of dollars for this program that you can now get for free on YouTube to help you grow into that awesome human being that I know that you can be. Your teacher knew you could be. Your parents knew you could be. Your older brother and sister knew you could be. Your best friends know you can be. You can. It's just about taking the action. Baby steps. Start the day, because let's see, I'd say the average David Goggins video might be about 15, 20 minutes. The average ET video, 15, 20 minutes. Once a day. Just start. Once a day. And eventually you'll just get to a point where it's like by osmosis, it's like the universe will pull you off of the couch and help you get to where you need to be in order to grow. The name of the game is grow. Grow, 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 grow. Grow, 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 grow. Keep growing, keep growing, keep growing. As you grow, help other people along the way who are further behind you to grow. Help them keep growing. That helps you to grow even more. It's been said, and I truly believe it to be so, that the best way to learn something is to teach it to someone else. And just like for me, I always said, or I used to say, not so much anymore because, okay, several different directions. We'll start with this one. I always used to say that if you move to a new area, the best way to learn the area is to get a job with Domino's. Because you have to follow a map, you have to find all these different addresses. While you're finding all these different addresses, you're learning where all these streets are, and you'll find your way to learning the town. The offshoot that I had go off in my head was, I used to have this thing. It was really, it was engraved in granite. If I lived in an area long enough to be able to get around on the back roads, it was time to go. I just had a true desire not to get stuck somewhere. Even though I know there's benefits to being stuck somewhere, you get lifelong friends, blah, blah, blah. You know, when people talk to you about, remember back when that Starbucks used to be a field or a forest, and I remember when I was in Virginia, I had that experience. There was this patch of forest at the end of Route 1 at the bottom of the hill, and they just cleared it out and turned it into a Subaru dealership. Wow. And so then I became one of those people. Just like here in the Atlanta area, I become one of those people that remembers when there was a section of Atlanta Road that was a 2-lane road and it's now a 4-lane road. And there was a period of uncomfortability, they go hand in hand, where they were doing the construction and it was a pain in the butt to get through that section of Atlanta Road. And eventually they were done and it was great and it was smooth and it was spacious and it was wonderful. Okay, so back to self-talk. And you can actually use negative self-talk to be beneficial as well. Like if you're dealing with a weight issue, negative self-talk can say, now you know, if you eat that extra muffin, you're going to feel good for a few minutes, but then you're going to start feeling it on yourself, and then you're going to be all depressed on yourself for being weak-willed and whatnot. And oh my goodness, let me tell you, I mentioned it before, it's worth repetition. I'll probably say in a few more videos because a lot more people need to know about this. If you have issues with a sugar craving, all you need to do, it's so simple. All you need to do is 1,000 milligrams of MSM, sulfonyl methane. It's a natural sulfa. It will kill off the candida virus that is causing your sugar cravings in your body. And eventually you'll get to the point where you can like walk by the candy counter and it's like you're walking by a bush in your neighborhood. Like, I have no interest in that at all right now. Thank you very much. Move on. And the reason you want to get that under control is because not only does like an over amount of sugar consumption help you along the road to diabetes, if you have a history of cancer in your family, sugar loves cancer. Cancer subsists on sugar. So, all we're saying is, go to the health food store, or Sprouts, or GNC, wherever you buy your vitamins, wherever you get your supplements. Get you some MSM. It's better to get MSM crystals, so that's what I'm doing now, because that way you can just scoop it out and just throw it in a little bit of water, throw it down. It's going to taste nasty. That's fine. It's going to pass. And after time, you're going to find yourself not jonesing for sugar. And you'll be like, wow, it's like the sugar demon has been delivered. Heal! No more sugar demon. Thank you, Jesus. And MSM, which you made naturally. And it's coming into my head that they found out about MSM through like tree bark, tree sap. It was something that, people in lumber mills were noticing that the texture of their hands were getting better, and they didn't even know what it was. They just knew that they were handling the wood every day. But anyway, I digress. All right, self-talk. Talk good stuff to yourself, and even as important, if you catch yourself talking bad stuff to yourself, stop. Just like I did a thing just walking yesterday, and I just walking up the street, and I started saying some bad stuff, and the voice just said, stop. And I just stopped. Just stop. What's better, because once you get to the point where you stop, it's like stop and replace. It's like you replace that tape and put in another tape. So if you say this, so if you put in the bad tape of, oh, I just will never lose weight. It's just never going to happen. My mom was heavy, my sister's heavy, my aunt was heavy, we're just all heavy. Just say stop, pull that tape out, and think back to a time when you weren't heavy. I know some people you have to think way, way back, but I want to believe there was a time when you weren't heavy. Even if there wasn't a time when you weren't heavy, you have to know, just from looking, that there are other people that have been where you are and have gotten better. There are other people who have taken the steps necessary to help deal with their situation. All that is required is for you to take the steps necessary for you to do what you need to do to get where you want to be, where you can feel better about yourself, and you can help other people feel better about themselves. It's a never-ending cycle once you get on the treadmill of productivity and taking action and doing what you have to do, and eventually it's just like breathing. It's just like getting a drink of water when you're thirsty. It's just like going to bed when you're tired. It's just something you do. Oi. So, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you. In the subscription or in the post, you will find a link to 1 free week of the Magnetic Mind Masterclass, where positive self-talk is just the very tippy top of what's going to get covered, and it's going to help you grow into the awesome human being that I know that you can be. I love you. I really mean it. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for joining me, and we will catch up with you on the next video. Until then, bye-bye, everybody. Yeah.